Hi, very good morning. Hi, Grand Rising. As my daughter gave me a new greeting for the morning times, Grand Rising. I appreciate that. I'm quite sure there's a sector of, collective of people that greet from that term. Because to me, saying good morning, I know that it's two different words, same word, but spelt different meanings. But sometimes it hits me to greet a person good morning, but I want to realize somebody may actually be mourning. It still catches me every now and then saying the cliche, good morning, but yes, it is a very good morning, morning. But the sun is kind of bright, and I wanted to sun gaze, but it's 7:30 in the morning and the sun is very bright. I could stare at the sun really, people that's used to sun gazing can really stare at the sun any time of the day, but I'm looking directly at it right now. But I wouldn't advise somebody that's newly starting to sun gaze, at the bright sun. But me sun gazing, let me see if it's in the phone. But anyway, as I'm staring at it, I allow the sun to generate, regenerate, to start to charge, to charge my body, to feed my melanin, to be like a laser beam to my spirit. And as I'm staring into the sun right now, I usually stare at it and it becomes like the black hole. You could actually see it turn black, and it's like a portal. It's like a portal that we can just go right through. That our spirits and that that we could just be just what is called, just from one dimension to another, from one spiritual environment to another. I don't know why right now my mind can't think of the term, but like we can transmit to one part of the spiritual realms as you please. You're welcome to visit the different realms of this universe, of the creation. We have different spiritual, different environments of the universe. Here on this earth, this is not the only, we know that they already go to space. But yes, it's like we could transport to different elements, different environments, different realms. And I'm still staring at the sun, sun gazing. But I was led to come out here, and I really don't know what I'm speaking of, what I'm going to speak about, but I can't tell if the phone is focused on the sun or not. But again, I was led to come out here and not knowing what to speak about. So I'm allowing my spirit to receive the information. And I think I want to uncover my hair. I'm being led to uncover my hair. So I had my scarf on top of my hair. But I'm sitting on my back porch, sun gazing right now. I'm allowing myself to receive what am I led out here for, just to talk with you all about. I'm still staring directly at the sun, and it's beautiful to find out the longer you look at the sun, you actually see the black. You know, the sun is the brightest light, is and the brightest light is black. And you can literally see the blackness when you stare at the sun long enough. It turns black. You know, it turns black. And to me, that's revealing knowledge right there, how the sun is black. And I don't know if this is scientific fact or not, but I do know it as a reality of my life that the sun is black. The brightest light, the brightest white is black. That's something. And I'm a witness to that because I know the sun is black. But again, I'm staring at the sun, wondering what I'm going to speak about because I know I'm led out here. But one of the things that was on my mind, you know, as I was watering my plants and you know, doing my normal morning routines, what was in my spirit was my black race. I am very pro-black of my people. I love my people. I love my race. And the difference between religion and spirituality. You know, I had my time. I'm 57 years old. I had my time going through the different religions, doctrines, but through each one of them, I've always kept the spiritual aspect of it more real than the religious perspective of it. The religious perspective to me of learning about, you know, the Bible and church and religion, that to me, the majority of the people have a religious perspective of spirituality. And what I mean by that is they get into religion as a relationship with people, with man, with a set of rules to follow. That's to me what religion is about. You're following a set of rules and developing relationships more with man, and you're you're doing it as a way to maybe like get brownie points, like a pat on the back, like good job, for doing following the rules, for becoming the preacher or deacon or usher or whatever, or going to church every Sunday or Sabbath day. uh, you know, by following the doctrine, the rules, you're under the illusion that that is developing the spiritual awakening. But that's not developing the spiritual awakening. The information that is gained in these different perspectives of religion, it just has to be turned inward instead of outward for it to become spiritual and not religious. And what I mean by that is when it turns inward, you should be awakening to the point of who you are, who the individual, you as the personal in that teaching. The sun is kind of moving out of my view. I am still staring at the sun. As I said, you know, we get adjusted to it. We are sun people. I don't know if it's even showing through the phone or not. I can't tell. But we are sun people. And I'll get into that topic a little bit, I feel, as I finish this here subject regarding spirituality and religion. Now, spirituality is an awakening of who you are. You're going through the evolution of becoming more of the divine nature, more of the divine nature within, becoming one with the divine nature creation that you are. We're one with the creator, one with source, one with God. We're made, you know, we're one. We can't separate it. We're one. I apologize, but I don't know what the phone is aiming at. I'm trying to have it aimed at what I'm staring at, which is the sun. And right now it's a black hole. In my view, it's a black hole. I see the sun protruding around it, and I see the aura. I see the many different colors surrounding the sun. I see the many different colors, like it's energetic, like I see it circulating so many different colors in the aura. But in the middle is the black hole, and it's just as still. It's like it's inviting me to just be raptured up to astral travel. And that's another topic in itself as well. Astral traveling from one realm to another realm. These are things that's literal. I mean, I know people could think you're crazy for speaking of stuff like that, but these are different levels of our spiritual growth, of the deity awakening more and more within us, of the power we really possess within our being, our vessel, how our bodies are made up of. But the difference between the spiritual and the religious is spirituality is the awakening of who you are. And you could use the same information that you learned in the many different routes to religion. You know, you got Christianity, you have uh, Muslim, Buddha, Islam, uh, I don't know. The last one I was in was Hebrew Israelite. And to get on that topic, the Christianity and the Hebrew Israelite is my basic foundations of my spiritual growth. But I always kept the division between religion and spirituality because it was never me developing the relationship with the teaching. It was the developing the relationship with the creator. And as I was learning, it was revealing more of the deity of who I am. So neither one of any of the teachings that I went through was to develop knowledge, book knowledge. It was always to develop the relationship with the creator. And as I kept developing the relationship with the creator, with source, with God, it was bringing me closer to know that that's who I am. Until we get to the point to say that I am the creator, I am source, I am God, we have more evolution to go, even past the point of when we say I am, there we will never stop evolving. There's more and more and more. It never ends. The knowledge of source, the knowledge of God, the knowledge of ourselves never ends. To bring up the knowledge of my Hebrew Israelite, speaking of my black race, as I was opening with, my people, I'm pro-black, very much love my people and love my race. A lot of us blacks do not know our true culture. You know, I don't mean to speak of this to bring no offense to anybody, but what I'm getting ready to mention, it is scientific fact. It is biology, chemistry. The study of chemistry is the study of black. Black what? Biology is the study of the body. Which body? I mean, these are things that, again, may be offensive for some to hear, but our black people, the black race, our bodies are made as no other bodies. You know, as I'm sitting here sun gazing, I'm becoming one with it where it doesn't, like I say, any time of the day I'm able to stare at the sun, or anybody that sun gazes. Basically, you could stare at the sun any time of the day. It doesn't affect you because you're one with it now. You are sun people. But if you're just starting out, do it sunrise and sunset. Don't you do not use wisdom because you can hurt your eyes. So beginning sun gazing as a beginner, yes, only sun gaze whether the sun is rising or it's setting, because you will hurt your eyes because you're not used to it. You haven't become one with it yet. But the black race, my black people, for us to evolve off of the mentality of the bottom of the pole to become knowledgeable of how our bodies is created is the Hebrew Israelite opened my eyes up to that evolution of me personally as a black person. It helped me get self-pride of my race, pride of being black. You know, I have my spiritual relationship because that all in itself helped me to have pride in myself spiritually with my creator. But here on this earth, all the division that they have, black, white, Mexican, Spanish, Chinese, you know, the division, that's part of what religion does as well. It divides. It doesn't bring us as one, as a human race. But the Hebrew Israelite, that evolution, going through that phase of my spiritual growth, opened my eyes so much to gain pride in my race, in my people, how we're different than any other nationality, race of people. Our brain is different. Our even right here again, as even as I sun gaze, sunbathing, you know, some people the sun hurts, sun kills, cancer and all of that. But black people, for some reason, we don't know why we were created this way, but we have in our bodies where the sun feeds us. It doesn't hurt us, it doesn't kill us, but it feeds our bodies. Boy, I've already come down one step. It's like I'll be sitting flat on the ground because the sun keeps, you know, it's getting, it looked like it may be about 8:15 the way the sun is positioned at right now. But it's getting more in the trees. I've already come down one step. I'll be sitting on the ground if I come down. I could come down one more step, which I will. But the next step, I'll be level to the ground. And again, I don't know where the sun, where my phone is aiming at, because I'm staring at the sun, and my phone looks black. So I don't see what the phone is doing, but I'm hoping it's showing the sun as well. But as I'm sunbathing and sun gazing, I'm one with the sun. It's not affecting me at all, you know. But again, some people, it can hurt their skin and even cause cancer, even kill. But the sun feeds us when it could kill someone else. We're sun people. So that's a difference within the black body, the melanated body, than some other bodies. Another difference in the black body in particular, I'm speaking of the hue. Hue means black. So right now I'm talking about the hue body, the human. That, you know, I don't want to get into the terminology to break it down, but the hue body, the black body, which is what Kemet is, body black. Biology is the study of the chemistry, the black body, and also the melanin. We have such rich melanin in us is what nature is made up of. Everything of Mother Nature, it's in our bodies, the black body. I don't want to be offensive to anyone, but this is scientific, biological fact that we had nothing to do with. We're created that way. And another thing about our bodies that is different is our brain. Our brain is totally different than any other bodies. We have a space in our brain that still to this day, science, medical can't figure it out. It's a space of water or air. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if that's the pineal gland or it's surrounding the pineal gland. Our pineal gland in the brain is completely different than any other races of people. Our pineal gland, it's supposed to be soft, plush, open, but by the things we partake in the body, it's hard, callous. But if we do the things that we're supposed to do regarding feeding this body, the thing, keeping it magnetic, keeping it, we will start experiencing the differences of the different capabilities of this body. But by the food we eat, by the actions we do regarding the body, we're killing our capabilities of the actions of the body, of the mind, of the spirit, because we don't do the things that energizes those parts of us. We don't eat the right types of food. We don't meditate on the right types of thoughts. We don't speak the right types of words that energizes and magnetizes the universe to us as it can. Unlimited possibilities of the body and mind that we all can tap into. But speaking of the black body, my people, we have a difference in our bodies, in our brains. It's totally different than any other body. And again, we had nothing to do with that created differences. And we're not to be hardy of the knowledge once we learn of the differences in our bodies, makeup, chemistry of our bodies. That is not something that was given to us to be bragging or I'm better than. No. That type of attitude is not what we're supposed to have once we realize the differences in our body makeup. But again, the body has unlimited capabilities. The mind has unlimited capabilities. And the Hebrew Israelite, that spiritual evolution through that was when I learned the most about my body makeup, how it's different than any other body. That was the time when I learned that knowledge. To learn more about the body makeup, I gained that knowledge through Jewel Pookrum, Jewel, Pookrum, Poocchram. I'm not sure how you spell it, but Jewel Pookrum. And Dr. Llaila Afrika. Dr. Llaila Afrika, Llaila. I'm not sure how to spell it, Afrika. Ka, Dr. Llaila, Afrika, and Dr. Jewel Pookrum. These are doctors, literal doctors, and they break down the chemistry, biology of our bodies, and they explain the differences between our bodies and any other race of bodies. Chinese, white, Mexican, they break it down. They break down the chemistry and that avenue of knowledge, excuse me, was more bringing me more closer to the creator, to source. Again, the knowledge that we do gain should not puff us up as to think that, oh, we're better than, or no, that's not the reason God, the creator, the source, made our bodies different than any other race. So, but my point is, our people need to learn about our bodies to get a sense of pride about themselves and how they're connected to source, how they're connected to Mother Nature, to the stars, to the galaxies, to the trees, to the birds, to the air, to the blackness, to the light. Once we learn the makeup of our bodies and how we are one with these sources, you should be gaining a knowledge that will draw you closer to the Creator, which is the objective of your spiritual instead of just religion. It should be drawing you closer to the Creator to know who you are as one with the source. And when we're one with the source, we're one with everything and everybody. So gaining the knowledge does not separate us from anything or anybody. Excuse me. It brings us closer. We become one with everything and everybody. We allow everything and everybody to just be who they are. We allow anybody to choose what they want to choose, to live and let live. We're not trying to mold anybody to be or to force any knowledge on anyone. The freedom, the liberty, once we become one with the knowledge, become one with the source, and then we become one with human nature, humankind. And that is, we are all created as one. So the evolution, it just brings us back to the source of where we come from. And it allows us to become one with everything. There's no division. As the sun is disappearing, and I'm going to go down one more step, and I'm basically sitting on the ground. But let me see if it's anything more that is coming to my spirit to speak of. But yes, Jewel, Jewel, Pookrum, Poochram. I'm not 100% of the spelling. And Dr. Llaila, Lallah, Afrika, Afrikah. I'm not sure of the spellings, but those two doctors, they are medical doctors. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know if they're still alive, but they are doctors that explained the makeup of the bodies and the differences in our bodies, the black bodies, from any other nation, race of people. So, to gain more knowledge, pride, self-pride within the race, we need to build our pride in our race. Every other race has pride. The Spanish, the Mexican, the Chinese, they have pride in their race. And black people, we could say that it was all taken from us, our religion, our culture. That's part of what the Hebrew Israelite knowledge that I learned, that our history was robbed from us, by the slavery over the 400 years. This is the knowledge that I gained in that religious. I wouldn't call it religion because my walk was not religion. My walk was always spiritual. But that teaching taught me that our culture, our history was taken from us. What I learned there, you wouldn't learn in any history in school. This was not taught in school. So the history of our people in the Hebrew Israelite was a very awakening teaching to me. Learning about our culture or the history of our people, learning about that we are the people of the book. All the people in the Bible are black. The Hebrews are black people. We don't see that on TV when we looking at Moses and pictures, movies. They don't depict the Hebrews as black people. The Hebrews over in Jerusalem, Israel now, they're not the people that were there in the beginning, in the Bible days. In the Bible days, they were black people. Now it's switched. It's not the same race of people, But again, that's stuff that's, if you're not doing it in a spiritual way and you're doing it in just a puffed up knowledge of learning knowledge, and as a religious perspective, that is something that will be used to separate people. And again, the objective is not to divide. The objective of spirituality is to bring the oneness. Come back to the oneness. We are all one. We are all different in our makeups, but we are all one. That flower don't look like this flower. That tree don't look like that tree. This human being don't look like that human being. But we are all one. What's in that tree is in my body. What's in that flower, in that star, in that moon, in that sun, it's in my body. We are all one, but just different expressions of the oneness. And that is beautiful. And that's why we should not deprive anyone for, if they're happy at being and doing what they're doing, who am I to stop it? As long as it's not coming in my direction to hurt me or anything, to, what may be wrong for one person may not be wrong for the next person. You know, we shouldn't judge certain ways, you know, to put a person on a lower level and put us on a higher level. That's not the type of judgment we're doing. We don't judge in that type of way, because everything has an expression of itself. If that's the true way you want to express yourself, then so be it. I look at it as some of the expressions don't put you on a higher frequency, a higher vibration. You're not magnetized to certain things of the elements that will bring certain power to you. So that's the difference of the judging that we should do. There may be people on different vibrating levels, a higher vibrating or lower vibrating or middle vibrating, a higher magnetism, a lower magnetism, or a middle magnetism. What are you magnetizing to your life? Higher frequencies or lower frequencies? Is it setting freedom? Or is it bringing you more into bondage? You know, these are things that we hold accountable as our human being. You have the capabilities to create, but are we using the capabilities to destroy or to build? And this is the knowledge of becoming one with the Creator, with Source, so we can be able to be a creator and not just existing. We're here to create and not just exist. So the sun has disappeared. It's behind the trees. And I just want to thank you for spending the time with me. I pray that the knowledge and the wisdom will stir you up to, I don't know how long I've been staring at the sun, but now the chickens are coming out, the roosters are coming out, and I saw the birds. I didn't really see it, but I saw it in my peripheral vision because I was, as I said, staring at the sun. I don't know how long I've been staring at it, maybe a good hour we've been sun gazing. But there's a squirrel over there. You know, it's like I'm done now and I can see nature coming to greet me. How y'all doing over here? How you doing? I'm starting to become one with the chickens and roosters. They haven't laid any eggs. I guess they say, you keep taking my babies. It's almost making me have a type of conscience about eating the eggs now. But as we evolve more and more, becoming one with the source, taking away all the division that the world wants to have us in, once we separate from all the division and become one with nature, one with humankind, we start to just separate from a lot of things that you know we find ourselves just cutting off or not partaking of anymore. And that goes down to the food, that goes down to the alcohol, the drugs, the different things we do in our bodies, with our bodies, in our minds, with our minds. As we become one, we just separate from a lot of different things. So we can get used to it and go with the flow and just evolve into who we truly are. We are God. We are God. We are one with the black cat sitting in the grass. We are one with the chicken walking in the grass. We are one with the rooster in my yard. We are one with the trees. We are one with the sun. We are one with the birds. We are one with each other. Well, I thank you and I love you, and everybody have a blessed day.